video here from Marcus to Billy Saunders about the fight, what's going around. I don't know how it's got to this, but the texts I sent, the one voice message was, because I've spoke to some lads for years about dogs, only this, it's all about air coursing. It's nothing to do with fighting. It was just used as an example that anything has to stop for self-preservation, and all the lads know that's what I've always done. I don't agree with it. There's no such thing as jacking or pulling up, or it's self-preservation, it's broken bones, it's injuries. So now this has come out, and I'm just saying sorry to Billy, and I hope he gets better, but it will never, as you know, it was never meant for that. When you listen to it, it sounds bad, but it wasn't for that, and it wasn't to get out in this way. So I can only say I am really, really sorry it's gone this way, and it's upset a lot of the people, but you all deep down, you know that I don't agree with people saying stop, jack, whatever. That message with them when they say to me, throw your dog over the wall, and that's what I said. I just did it in context. That's what they say to me with my dogs, and it's not nice, and that's what can happen, and it's just mad. But I am really, really sorry who I've upset, because obviously I've upset a lot of people, and they've rang me. And I do honest, and I'm really, really sorry, and I hope this puts it right, but it was took out of context. It was totally and utterly talking about hunting, nothing else. I just used him as an example, and it's got out of hand, and that's as far as it goes, and I'm really, really sorry.
Can any of you hardcore boxing fans see me taking my videos down or doing an apology for having an opinion on the sport of boxing, eh? What are these people going to do? Go around everybody who puts a video out and tell them that they've got to apologise, eh? Come and ask me. It's no good leaving daft emails and ringing up my office. Come and see me and ask me to take my stuff down. All right, so I'll just do more videos. Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Russell here from Porky's Corner. I think we'll go up to Sheffield today. We'll go see lads up at Innovation Alloys. Might get a cuppa off Rochelle and AJ. An eventful weekend, I suppose. A lot of people have been very conservative in their opinion on the sport of boxing regarding the Billy Joe Saunders fight. I'm not going to be as conservative. My channel's not what that's all about. People say, oh, you just like a bit of controversy. Controversy? How's it controversy? It's in front of your eyeballs. what we all saw. Now, it's not rocket science, is it? But in my opinion, looking at it, Billy Joe Saunders quit. There's no shame in that. You're in with a big punching elite fighter. I'm not a fighter myself, but I'm certainly not going to come out like Gareth A. Davis, Spencer Fearon. Peter Fury's come out and said that he didn't quit, that he should have stopped it. There's other people that have come out, but these same people said that Daniel Dubois quit. Now, boxing's full of opinions. Don't mean to say everybody has to fall out, but a lot of people are pushing this narrative that it wasn't a quit and that he was saved. Now, Dubois got the same injury. He wasn't afforded the same luxury as Billy Joe Saunders, who's an MTK fighter, and Coogan, who's backed by MTK. They're pushing their narrative. Now, this is where boxing gets a little bit dicey, because this is in front of our eyeballs, right? All these people are not reporting on the truth, are they? Nobody's reporting on it. Shane McGuigan's came out and said what he felt. All right, and I agree with Shane. But when you've got a fighter in that corner going back at the end of the round on his feet, sat down on the stool, you've got to forget about friendships and how long you've known that person. You've got to forget that, and you've got to look at the facts. He said he can't see out in his eye. Mark Tibbs came out and seconds out and said he didn't like what were coming back from Billy, then said he didn't want to talk about it. So it's obviously a dicey subject. So I'm going to give you my take on it. We did a video, me and Dale Nichols. Ultratech Boxing's done a video. Not many others have done a video from what I've seen. I haven't had time to look at a lot. But he looked for a way out. No shame in that. But where he slipped up is, he was using his mouth, wasn't he, about he'd have to put me out on a stretcher for me to quit. Look, there's no shame in that. No shame in it. You know, the narrative around it is smelly. It's embarrassing, and people really need to have a look at themselves. Nobody wants to go against the MTK narrative, do they, in the IFL? Nobody wants to say anything, do they, if they're from the same stable? Why have we not heard anything from Matthew Macklin, Adam Smith, Johnny Nelson, Spencer Oliver? We've not heard anything from these people yet, have we? Why not? Because they don't want to put themselves out there saying that Billy didn't quit. That's why. Silence is golden. Alright, the silence of it is golden. Anybody else that's straight out there? Why hasn't Tyson Fury come out and give his opinion? Because Tyson knows what it were, doesn't he? Tyson knows, doesn't he? He knows. He can't come out and defend that. All them people that are defending that, they need to really have a look at themselves. So, they need to have a look at themselves and think, how can we say that about Dubois but not Billy? Dubois were in round 2, wasn't it, or round 3, and he carried on. I think Peter Fury would have let Billy carry on. He let Huey carry on after a bad cut against Pulev. So, I don't know what to make of that, but I don't agree with what Peter said there. I think he quit. And Mark Tibbs has only pulled him out because Billy didn't want to fight. He said, can you go another round? And he didn't like what we're coming back from Billy, he said. So what does that tell you? Did we see Billy try and stop Mark Tibbs stop the fight? No, we didn't see that, did we? If Billy hadn't said all that about Dubois, he wouldn't be getting any grief for it. And I won't be banging on about this and my phone won't be red hot and blowing up all night. I had to turn it off at 10 o'clock last night. So, the narrative around it is totally embarrassing. And there's a lot of people really that are trying to feather the nest. Gareth A. Davis, I mean, what are you coming out with? What are you coming out with, Gareth? You know you're boxing, lad, but come on. You had a couple of shandies with Mark Tibbs and Billy and all his team in Spain. Don't mean to say you have to go out to bat for them. Do your job as a journalist. Do your job. Where's all these old school journalists? Where are all these old school journalists? What sort of narrative's being pushed? Dangerous narrative, that. Very, very dangerous. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. They're pushing out what they want and battering up the hatches because they're getting looked after. Coogan, totally embarrassing from your channel, IFL. You've even wheeled out Anthony Agogo talking about eye injuries. What's all that about? What is all that about? So Anthony Agogo saying Billy's going to end up in a wheelchair. What, from an eye injury? I'm not a doctor, so I might have that wrong, but come on, there's too many people talking English here. Let's talk Turkey. Let's talk Turkey, eh? I'm telling you now, man, I'm wondering what's going on here. What are we seeing? It's in front of our eyeballs, this. It's in front of you. What's good for goose is good for gander. It's my opinion. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Daniel DeBar showed a lot of class sending Billy that text message. So Billy's gone for an operation now, so good luck to Billy Joe Saunders. Maybe this might turn his life around now he's been humbled. I don't agree with what security did to Billy Joe Saunders' dad. I don't agree with that, but you're trying to race me in that pea shooter for love. It's a pea shooter. I don't agree with what happened with Billy Joe Saunders' dad when he tried to get to the ring. Security just grabbing him and ramming him to the floor. I don't agree with that. And I was surprised that Tyson Fury didn't jump in. He was stood next to him. Disappointed there. Heavyweight champion at World. But I suppose Tyson would be in a lose-lose situation there, wouldn't he, if he jumped in there? Because it looked like he were bullying somebody, or I don't know, but I don't know. I bet Billy's just glad to get on with and get paid and get it out of there. But I listened to Terry's pod last night and he made a good point. The red flags have all been there for this fight. Billy's body of work leading up to the fight. He had a fight with a guy whose name I can't pronounce, and then he fought Martin Murray. They dug Martin Murray up. That's not preparation for Canelo. The red flags were there. Inactivity, fighting at the wrong weight. He's a 160 guy, he's fighting at 168. Be disciplined and take that 8 pound off. What have you got all that team around you for? All these big nutrition, strength and condition experts. You're surrounded by them people there. You're being pulled about all over, Billy. You got Ben Davidson in corner talking over Mark Tibbs. What's all that about? Being a busybody, eh? Schoolboy errors these. Everybody wanting a slice of cake. Everybody wanted to get in on action. Got Tyson Fury in the background. They're making it all about him. Get these people just to turn up at night quietly and go into the ring at 10 o'clock. You don't need them on camera all week, hogging limelight. It's your moment, not theirs. It's all been gone about wrong, and I think that MTK have a lot to look at with this situation. They have to say, have we handled this situation good? Leading up to it, I don't think Billy's been handled correctly. No, I don't. But nobody's going to say that, are they? MTK paid the fighters on time, brilliant company and all that, but let's have it right. Has Billy been looked after correctly? No. Did he give himself the best opportunity to win? No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I don't know. Might just get through here on go. Ooh, this is going to be a squeeze one. It's terrible for roadworks, isn't it, Sheffield? Terrible for roadworks. Get in your lane, Grandma, you're in 2 lanes. Look at this here, I always get stuck behind a Volvo. like this song. So I don't really know where Billy goes to be now. It can only be retirement, can't it? If he comes back, you'd have to say that he don't need all the maggers around him, does he? All these big strength and conditioning men, they're not doing anything for people, are they? Hey, yeah, move up to 168, Billy. Will make you big and strong and fast. Looked a lot slower. Didn't look same fighter that fought Lemieux at 160. That's just my opinion. Nobody's going to say that, are they? But I think the whole episode, everybody around Billy, they need to have a good look at They need a long, good look at themselves and say, have we give our man the best opportunity to win here? And I think it's no. I don't think he's been given the best opportunity at all. No. I think that were 50% of Billy Joe Saunders, and it's a shame to see. Well, like Terry pointed out yesterday on the Beautiful podcast on Spotify, the red flags have been there for a few years now, ever since he left Jimmy Tibbs and Mark Tibbs. Christmas 2015. 5.5 years the red flags have been there. Yeah, he might have had a good camp and all that and looked good in good shape, but aesthetically he looked good. But what he fight fit? He weren't fight fit, his tools weren't sharp, were they? 12 round spar with Martin Murray and that, who is it before who he fought, whose name I can't pronounce. What were all that about? This is a 2-weight world champion, this undefeated Olympian. He's gone through all levels. It's something that hardcores like me call a wet dream. So, I don't know. Should he have signed with Dennis when he turned pro? I don't know, but they all took them watches off Dennis, didn't they, on aeroplane, Olympic team. But I don't know, Dennis might have done something with him then, but could he have done any better than Warren did? No, because Warren delivered for him, didn't he? And I think Rico nailed it on Ed when he said that, Dale, that Billy Joe, how can I explain it? He's not got a promoter really that wants him now, has he? He's hard to promote, isn't he? Because he's always going to be villain, isn't he? So, I don't know what to make of it all. I think it's all a bit messy. I think it's really messy. I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame. I think it's a crying shame. What can you do? You can only tell it as you see it here. I'm just telling the story, aren't I? I'm not here to make any mates. I've got enough mates. I don't want any more mates. But we're not going to certainly be like that IFL lot and Boxing Social lot. We're not going to be like them lot. Michelle Phelps, what does she have to say about it? Not one person in that media asked Canelo if they thought Billy Joe quit or Eddie Hearn. Not one person. Eddie Hearn wanted x-rays when Daniel Dubois had his injury, but he didn't want that for Billy Joe, did he? What's good for goose, Eddie? Good for gander. I just can't get it out of my head, narrative being pushed about. And I think we've just looked at probably, do you know Billy Joe Saunders and Kell Brook? They were never going to get to that Amir Khan status, were they? Although they had that ability, and they won world titles and they fought in big fights and made millions, but they're never going to be Amir Khan, were they? Carl Zaghi, Carl Froch, they were never going to be that, were they? That's just my opinion. I just don't think they were. But they had more talent. They had more talent than your Carl Froch, and maybe a bit more talent than Amir Khan as well. They had more talent. But out of all them people from England that have fought Canelo, and there's been a few, haven't there? You'd say Amir Khan late blueprint, didn't he? He fought the best against him. Callum Smith went 12 rounds, didn't he? How good does that look now? People were giving Callum Smith a lot of grief, and Joe Gallagher. They went 12 rounds with a monster. 12 rounds, not bad, is it, that? So, I don't know, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Another Brit took to meat market, innit? Yet another Brit took to meat market. And like I said, it just cheeses me off. Cheeses me off. But I've got enough on my plate as it is with this channel now. It's out of control. We are out of control with the narratives. 3.5 hours in day. Is it this one? No, not this one. I don't even know where I am. Oh, it's the side of EIS, isn't it? I wonder if Big Dos of Femi's boys are outside here now washing his Range Rovers for him. Shall I pull up and say, get washing, Skins? Shall we see if AKA Skins is washing Range Rover? Have a look. Let's have a look for AKA Skins. Usually parks it there, Joshua. No. AKA Skins. Don't forget, after you've washed it, make sure you polish it, son. Earn your keep. So, I think that's about it really. I might do a little bit of something on the way back from here. Have a bit of a chat. Look at this here. Look at these here. Like the nuisances, aren't they? Look at these people here. Nuisance. Proper nuisances. I don't like the look of this with double yellow. Don't like the look of this double yellow carry on, because if there's a double yellow, you know a parking attendant will pop up. So that's about it really. I'll do something on the way back. Alright, peace out. Well, back to graft, innit? Back to black, back to graft. At least I didn't get a parking ticket. It's raining now though. Other than that, what did I think about the whole episode with Eddie Hills, aka the Billy Ricky Iceman, 4-0, natural born killer, free by way of. Isn't that right, Eddie? Free by way of. What did I think about all that? Well, I thought that Billy was B-side, but he's always going to be B-side because he doesn't sell a ticket and he's up against a pound for pound great, so you're going to be B-side. So, but I don't think Eddie Hearn covered himself in glory, did he really? Looking after Billy, but what does he expect? It all pointed to the fact that Eddie Hearn wanted to get rid of Billy Joe Saunders and just get that money back that he'd invested in him, which he's got back now, hasn't he? So whether Billy Joe's ready to fight Canelo or not, Eddie Hearn doesn't care. He don't care about that. He's not mates with him. Billy Joe Saunders don't go round to Eddie Hearn's house for Sunday dinner, does he? He don't go round for a cuppa. He don't text him daily having crack, does he? So he's not his pal, is he? He's not his friend. Eddie Hearn doesn't do friends. It's boxing, alright? You know, a farmer, he's not best friends with his pigs, is he? They send them to slaughter, don't they, pigs? That's it. When they take them to slaughter, you think he's going to save his favourite pig? No, he's going to weigh it in, innit? That's just the nature of the beast. You're dealing in pieces of meat. That's all it is. Billy's just another bare bum in shower, innit? To Eddie Hearn. That's it. If you want to know about mates, go ask Lee Purdy about friendships with Eddie Hearn. Go ask Dave Allen. Go ask them. Where's Dave Allen's media job at Sky? All them years getting flogged on Matchroom shows. Where's his media job? when he wanted to come back, they didn't want to know, did they? What about his friend? And you'll always be part of furniture, Dave. Well, that ain't true, is it? That's not true. So, all you people out there who want to turn pro and you think Eddie Hearn's your mate, Anthony Sims Jr., him and Eddie were blood brothers, weren't they? They've got so much in common, he was saying. I got so much in common with Eddie Hearn. What happened when Eddie cut you loose after you lost? No, mates. This guy's not your mate. He does money. He's a businessman. He's a good businessman. He's a hard worker. Don't get mixed up with friendship across and business. It's two different entities. But as you can see, I'm still not over the Billy Joe Saunders carry on. Might be able to squeak in this lane here. Squeak in this one here. Have a look. Well, this is where I always get it wrong when I come through here. Right, I'm off. That's one of my porky party tricks. Top gear, top tip. Top gear, top porky tip. Go in left hand side lane and thrash it and then move over. Unless you get some boy racer and his car's as fast as yours and he wants to keep you out of lane. Oh God. Why is it whenever you overtake anybody, because they're going slow, all of a sudden they want to turn it? They want to turn into Ayrton Senna. In around, idiot. Turn around. I've got my Triller lever on today. I'll do you. So, but I thought Asylum lads nailed it last night. Nobody wants to mention any names. Why? All names are there who've done it. We know who's done the sermons, don't we, on IFL? All them sermons, don't we? Like I predicted, Dave Caldwell. Dave Caldwell's sermon. I got that right, didn't I? I said Dave Caldwell's sermon will be out any minute. I think, did the Rico video go on the members area that I did with Rico? I can't remember, but within an hour we had the Dave Caldwell sermon saying that he'd have pulled him out, but yet the bar quit. Dave, disappointing from all them people that said the bar quit, but it's their opinion. They're not doing anything wrong, they're giving an opinion. But how can it be? You can't be the same, can it? Daniel Dubois quit, didn't he? And Billy quit. Forget them as personalities, but Dubois lasted longer, didn't he? Went through the pain a bit longer. But it's harsh saying fighters quit, innit? Because they do that all their lives to get to that situation. But it's an harsh reality. Why risk your life? Too right, Mark Tibbs should have pulled him out. But like I just said, after everything Billy said about being a roadman, it didn't work out like that, did it? He weren't a roadman, were he? The pain must have been excruciating for Billy, and I really feel for him. I do, honestly. I really, really, really feel for him. But that's boxing, isn't it? You know, you get hurt, you move on, don't you? But I don't think he'll fight again. If he does fight again, I'd like to see him stay with Mark Tibbs. And I'd like to see him get rid of all that entourage around him. All a lot of them, get gone. Get gone. Go to the job centre. Go to the job centre. Ben Davidson, why are you in that corner? Why? Why were you in that corner? I don't get that, me. I don't get that. I don't get that. You've got a trainer in Mark Tibbs. You can't do that and then put Ben Davidson in corner when he's your ex-trainer. I don't get that, me. I don't get that at all. It was like when Liverpool had Houllier and Roy Evans at the same time. Roy Evans must have felt, jeez. I don't get it one bit. And bad mistakes were made. I think that showed that they knew he wasn't ready. They knew that there was something wrong. Bringing other reinforcements in. Master technician Ben Davidson, age about 20. Schoolboy. Who Billy got rid of before and Tyson got before, and they were running back to him. What's that? I don't get it. I don't get that one bit. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, I don't get it. I'll tell you what would have been a good fight. Callum and Billy, Eubank and Billy rematch, John Ryder rematch. There's 3 fights there for Billy Joe Saunders, but I think the John Ryder one's a good one. But if he gets hit on that face again, what's going to happen? We're going to see, aren't we? We'll see, won't we? But it is what it isn't. Now, I think we'll get Kent on now from Ireland, get his opinion. And I think what I'll do, we'll have a good chat, me and Ken. And what we'll do, we'll pin it down here. We'll get this video jazzed up with an intro and an ending for you. Cameron, an intro and an ending. Alright. Stick the fire one up. You know, the fire one at the entrance and at the end. You know, the one with the fire in the background. Put that up for a change. I'm sick of that purple one now. In fact, do another one. Do another intro. Alright. Do another intro and we'll have a giggle. It's only a bit of banter, innit? We like to be a comedy channel, don't we? But we give an opinion. We call it out, don't we? And all that, like I said, that on IFL. All of it. Have you seen all them videos on IFL? They've not done one interview with somebody that said, well, I think he quit. Because they're frightened. They're frightened to go against the narrative. Kugan Cassius, right, is the godfather to Billy Joe Saunders' niece. He's also Billy's good friend. They're both MTK, aren't they? Backed by MTK. So you won't see one video saying he's quit. But in my opinion, you can say it's harsh or whatever, I think he quit. Dominic Ingle's not going to say that, is he? Because they want to work with him down the line. But behind closed doors, they were whispering like that. He quit, he quit, he quit. But they're not going to say it because Billy's the type of guy that'll go put it on them. But I'm one of them people. I'm not really bothered, am I? So none of them on there have done all them videos. I'm not bothered about them. A few of them are my pals, and I don't agree with it. But you can't come out and say the bar quit and then Billy Joe Saunders didn't quit. Don't say that. I don't want to hear it. They're all showing themselves up. All of them are showing themselves up. All the lot of them. So that's how I look at it. And this will cause ripples through industry because people are looking at it and they're saying, well, he's in that camp and he's in that camp. And look what they're coming out with. Alright? So peace. So peace out. Alright? You like that one, didn't you? Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com. Alright? Shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging. Alright? Don't forget to subscribe, keep on trucking.